Tomorrow's her birthday.
Welcome to Cooking Fun with Joanna. And I am Joanna Hodorowska, your hostess with I don't know if I'm with the mostess or not, but I've got a new kitchen and I feel like it's like the best thing ever. So tonight for Cooking Fun, we are going to be making tarragon chicken with chicken thighs with roasted cauliflower and potato salad. And silly me was, I thought, I'm like, oh yeah, I got tarragon at home. Well, guess what? I don't have tarragon at home. So I found a little container of poultry seasoning, and I'm just going to use that because it has thyme, sage, marjoram, rosemary, black pepper, and nutmeg. And that's what I just have to do for my tarragon. So you've got tarragon, right? I forgot to buy it because I just assumed I had it.
I was at Giant and Shannon made me buy it.
Note to self, never ever assume you have a spice. Just buy it, and if you then have more at home, then you can take it back. But always buy it, especially if you're the host. You know, I might be the nutritionist extraordinaire, the inflammation expert, but apparently I forget what I have in my.
This is why I have 55 containers of poultry seasoning.
Where's it?
55. All right. Well.
I have like 5.
You can use that tonight too if you'd like. So with the tarragon chicken drumsticks, not drumsticks, I'm doing chicken thighs. So I have some chicken thighs that are available. We're gonna do some Yukon Golds. You're gonna do a big Yukon Gold potato, or I got some of the fingerlings because I think fingerlings are kind of more fun. So I'm gonna do the fingerlings. Then I was at a farm picking strawberries, and in the shop they had cauliflower, and I thought, perfect, I've got garden fresh cauliflower. So we're going to be putting that in there too. Obviously you need the poultry or the tarragon or poultry seasoning, you pick. We're going to have some salt, some pepper, cauliflower, we're going to cut them in florets, we're going to put some mayonnaise in there. I do not like cornichons, which are in there, but I have cucumbers and brine, which is basically fermented pickles, and that's going to have the same kind of flavor as the cornichons, maybe better. I also, my shallot was put, so I'm going to use a leek. And then we're going to use mustard. I forgot to get the mustard, so I will be right back. And we need mustard. Don't tell me Carol mustard because that's the name. All right, took my mustard. Okay, oh, here it is. I was gonna say I am the worst hostess because I don't even have the mushrooms, or I mean the mustard, but I do. All right, so what we are going to be doing is we're going to be making it in 2 different pans. So we're going to dice up the if
Green onion.
you want to, if you've got the electric stove, Barbie, then you want to heat the pans up now and put them on medium to high heat. We're going to chop up we're actually going to chop an onion. We're going to chop half an onion and put that in with the chicken. And I need a better knife than this butter. That's almost like a butter knife. They got these a big butcher knife or a medium-sized butcher knife, but you need a big knife in order to cut them. So we're going to go ahead and turn the pans on, especially if you have an electric stove. And I'm going to chop the onion first. I hear somebody chopping, so that's a good thing. So we're going to take this onion. We're gonna cut it in half, and we're gonna dice it. And you can dice it either fine or larger, depending on how much patience you have. So we're gonna chop off the end. We're gonna get rid of the skin. You're gonna leave this little tail on, and you're gonna peel off that first layer of the onion, and make sure you get rid of that that one layer that makes it hard to cut. So you got to get rid of all the extra skin, throw that on the side. And I'm going to actually cut the onion down the center rather than do it later. But you're going to take the end of the knife and you're gonna kind of cut sections into the onion. And you're gonna hold it together with your thumb and your finger. And then you're going to take that knife and dice it. I'm making it kind of small because I think it'll work better.
Are we taking the skin off the chicken?
I got skinless chicken, so yes.
Next little mayonnaise.
Right.
I want to boil them. See how long she's boiling them.
So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna heat up a little bit of olive oil
Did you put both in?
into one of the pans.
Cauliflower and
Oh, it's
And
potato.
we're gonna put the potatoes and the cauliflower into that pan. So you're gonna put a little bit of olive oil.
it's gonna overflow.
Oh, and I gotta tell you that this onion, whew, making me all teary-eyed. We're gonna put some of those onions into half the onions into the one pot, and then the other half of the onions into the other. Oh, my eyes are tearing like there's no tomorrow. I'm so happy you guys are here. Sorry. So next thing we're going to chop the cauliflower. I'm only going to use a quarter of a head because this one's enormous. But you're basically going to have like maybe a cup of cauliflower, and you're going to chop them up into florets. Okay, so I'm cutting half of that. And then you want to get rid of all these the leaves.
Yeah.
And if you want to cut the center out, you can shred that and put it into a salad. That'll actually taste really good. But you're gonna cut these the cauliflower into smaller slices. So they're gonna be like quartered florets. So they're gonna be basically this big. Can you see? So they'll cook a little bit faster. You're gonna have the one pan just for the cauliflower and the potatoes. But right now you're just gonna chop up the cauliflower into florets. And probably quartered florets is probably a better explanation.
The onion's got to go in the pan, right?
The onions are in the pan, right? And I've got mine on just medium heat because I don't want the onions to be completely charred by the time I throw in the
Chicken?
No, not the chicken. We're doing the cauliflower first. I didn't even turn on the pan for the other one yet. This may actually be a quicker meal than you think. The original recipe calls for it being made in the oven, which will just take 45 minutes. So that's always an option too. But you wanted to basically take these florets and put it into that pan that hopefully is heating up. And just keep going. You're just going to keep cutting those florets, those cauliflower florets into smaller pieces. That was basically almost half of the head of cauliflower. I'm not going to use this last piece. And now we're going to cut the potatoes into cubes. I'm going to take the rest of this, the remnants of the cauliflower. I'm surprised I didn't get it all over the kitchen. Cauliflower sprays everywhere. But I'm going to take my fingerling potatoes, and because they're nice and small, I'm going to cube them into smaller pieces. I'm gonna make them a little bit smaller and cut them in half so that they cook a little faster in the pan. But we're gonna try to brown these too. I don't like the ends of that one. We're basically making these into 1/2-inch pieces. All right?
Yep.
And just go ahead and add that into the with the cauliflower as you're making it.
How long does it boil for?
We're not boiling them, we're actually frying them.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna try to roast them, so they're gonna be in there for a good 10-15 minutes. And then we're gonna flip them so that, because we want to caramelize each side to give them a little bit more flavor. All right, but that's why we're starting now, because it takes a little while to get those to cook. And you might actually have to put a little bit more olive oil in there, so that they saute a little bit. I'm gonna put some olive oil into the first pan too. Couple more potatoes and then it'll, whoops. Okay.
All right. He said okay.
So right now, this is what the potatoes and the cauliflower should look like. And right now I've got it on a medium low heat. I might actually turn it up a teeny bit. There. And we'll see how that works. And then the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna put some salt and pepper on this. And we're just gonna let that kind of sit there and caramelize. All right. We're gonna turn the other burner on. And we're gonna brown some of these onions. Oh, lost one potato. Too bad.
Need more onions, huh? Need more onions.
No, I think they're in with the eggs.
In with the eggs. We don't have any eggs in this recipe.
No.
Now we're gonna heat up the other pan so we can get the chicken started. And we're gonna kind of caramelize these onions a little bit too. And it's hard to get this thing to be, you can see the two things that I'm doing. I think this would be a good idea to put it here. Maybe that would work. You guys see? Can you see both pans now?
Yeah.
Okay. So the one is just, we're just letting it cook. And actually, you can go ahead and stir it. But I added a good tablespoon or two, or a tablespoon and a half of olive oil in here so that they would actually kind of fry. And to make it cook a little bit faster, we're gonna put a lid on it. Now we're just gonna leave it there. And now what we're gonna do is we're just going to go ahead and heat up the onions. And we're gonna put the chicken thighs into it. We're not gonna cut those. We're just gonna trim like this excess fat off of it. We don't need that extra chicken fat. And you're gonna lay these flat on top. I got the skinless, boneless chicken thighs. You probably should have said that in the recipe ingredients. But you want to lay them out as flat as you can. And this is going to be on medium heat.
Yeah, I have to turn the shit on mine.
And you're going to do four to six turkey or chicken legs. Okay. Boy, this one has some really fatty pieces on it. So, cut for kitchen scissors, you can cut that off.
I was at your favorite deli today.
D&D?
Yep.
You should have called me. I could
was at
split
work.
the number with you.
I told him he should have called me. I needed stuff.
Right. Well, you know. All right, Steve, you got to call both of us.
All right.
Next time you go. I don't know if I could have met you up there because I like talking to those people up there. They're nice Polish people.
Yeah, I had to get out of there fast because I started buying stuff and it was
You
getting
have to go
expensive.
in and leave.
Yeah,
So what did you get?
I got some kibasi. I got some pierogies. I bought some hunter stew.
Oh, I love their hunter. Well, we made hunter stew a couple months ago.
Which we did.
We did. But yeah, if somebody else makes it for you, why not? So we're gonna salt that. We're gonna salt the chicken. We're gonna put a little bit of pepper on there too. We're gonna wash our hands to get rid of the extra off the hands. And then you're gonna put your tarragon onto the chicken. Or if you're like me, you're gonna put the poultry seasoning on.
You need to get a new one of these. So we need to get a new one of these.
So I'm actually being quite liberal with my poultry seasoning. Because I want that flavor to kind of get through with everything. And just a lot of times if you don't put enough, it's bland. I'm getting a big bowl out. But you're gonna need a big bowl to put the mayonnaise and the Dijon mustard. And since we're not doing a lot right now, we're gonna make those and chop up some of these fermented pickles. Fermented pickles at the market. What we're gonna do right now is gonna chop up the pickles. And this is my big bowl that I'm gonna dump them into. So I'm gonna take 2 of these pickles, quarter them, and then cut them into small slices. Go with this is gonna go with the potato salad. Got the cornichon. You're also gonna do the same thing and kind of dice them into the small cubes.
What's that?
Are you using cornichons or pickles?
Pickles.
All right. So I'm just using 2, well, depending on the size of your pickles. My pickles are, you know, small size. So it ends up being about I don't know, this is like maybe a half a cup of chopped pickles.
Yeah, I got It's called pickle spears.
All right, so you might have a bigger spear then. So you only need one.
One
So
spear.
that goes in here. Then the next thing is we're gonna put two teaspoons of mustard and 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. Because how do you have a potato salad without mayonnaise, right? So there's 1 tablespoon and 2 tablespoons. I have a squeezable mustard. Because it's been in the fridge for a little bit, I'm going to shake it. And then I'm just going to do 1 tablespoon of the mustard. And then you're going to just blend that all together and make it into a paste. And if we need to add more salt and pepper later, we can do that. But for now, all you're doing is just mixing the mayonnaise, the mustard, and the pickles or the cornichons. Okay? That's the easy part. Now we're gonna go back here. And see
Joanna.
what's going on with our
Look what I found.
tarragon. What'd you find? Ranch seasoning?
Yep.
There is something?
Yep.
Do with ranch seasoning.
It is awesome.
You're gonna put that in your cauliflower?
You can put it in anything.
All right. So make sure you turn your cauliflower and potatoes. I think I waited a little bit too long. Some of mine are a little brown, charred, but they'll be all right. That's where it gets all the flavor, right? From caramelizing?
Yep.
So what I'm gonna do to make these, because I gotta check to see if they're soft. You're gonna take your big butcher knife and you're gonna kind of stab the potatoes, and stab the cauliflower and see if they're actually ready. Mine seem to be actually pretty ready. So I'm gonna turn the heat off on mine.
Well, my potatoes are still hard.
All right, then you're gonna have to, did you cover them?
Yes.
All right. So one of the things you could do too to speed up the cooking, you could put a tablespoon or 2 of water in, and then it'll steam it. So I'm actually gonna, I guess I'll demonstrate. So you're just gonna take a little bit of water and pour it in, and that'll steam it so that they'll be cooked, but you still have the flavor from the brown veggies. The chicken still needs a little time because I need the edges to get a little bit more brown. This might be the part that takes the longest, is the chicken. But you could, if you want to flip it over right now, you can. But we're probably going to flip the chicken a couple of times. And then you can move the onions to the side so that they don't continue browning and getting charred. All right? So we're gonna do the same thing with the chicken. We have we're gonna cover the chicken now so that cooks faster. I'm gonna allow the liquid to evaporate in my cauliflower potato mixture. won't take very long because I didn't put that much in. But that should help to speed up the cooking of those potatoes. Now my cauliflower is soft. My potatoes are soft. And we're gonna let this cool just a little bit. Checking all the potatoes, you know, around the pan to make sure that it all cooks a little bit kind of evenly, you know what I mean? But what we're gonna end up doing is letting this cool off a little bit before we put it in the bowl with the mayonnaise and mustard. And this way, with if you cover the chicken, it'll cook faster. It'll be like a pressure cooker with the lid on. And if you ever want this meal to be faster, then you have to cut the chicken into strips. How's everything coming along?
So far, so good.
All right. So we're going to continue with that, and I'm going to tell you what our next meal is going to be. I don't know what next month is. So today is what, 29. So our next class is going to be on not July. Come on. No, it is July 13th. That's a Tuesday. July 13th, we are going to make grilled pork and vegetables with fresh corn polenta. And we haven't done polenta yet, so I'm kind of excited about doing something a little bit different. All right, so turn off if your potatoes and cauliflower are done, just turn that off and take it off the burner. We're gonna have to check the, if I like that angle or if I like this angle better. This angle might be a little bit better. So we're gonna check to see if the turkey is actually, or I keep calling it turkey for some reason. It's not turkey, is it? Chicken thighs. I'm gonna check to see if the chicken thighs are ready by cutting into a piece and seeing how well it is cooked. And this one actually seems okay, but I'm gonna flip mine over one more time. I know this little guy is probably cooked because he's a little guy. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover it again. And we're gonna be almost ready. Make the salad, the potato salad, and put it all together. Yum. I'm going to turn the burner off for the chicken. I'm now going to take the potato salad. Well, I have to make the potato salad. So you're going to put all of this in with that mustard and the mayonnaise. And I would suggest using a wooden spoon. And then you can still use the spoon that you originally had. And you're just going to mix it all together. All right? This is the easy part, right?
Once my potatoes are done.
Now that the potatoes are done, then now you gotta just put it in the bowl and mix it. And it looks good. I'm gonna try a little bit of it just to see if we need to add any more salt and pepper. So I'm gonna move you back over here. And I'm going to try a potato and a cauliflower and see what happens. That was really good. That is actually a really good combination. On my side, it doesn't need more salt, but you might feel that you need to add a little bit more. How's everybody with their chicken thighs? You just come and see if they're cooked. How's everyone with the chicken thighs? Hello?
I'm here.
All right. How are the chicken thighs? Are they all cooked? Are they ready on your end?
Not yet.
Okay. Covering them definitely will make them cook faster. And I'm going to take one of them that's actually a little thinner. And I'm going to leave the rest in the pan. And let them just kind of continue kind of cooking. And I'm going to take a big spoonful of my potato cauliflower salad. And this is what mine looks like. I probably should have gotten a smaller plate so it would look a little bit more appetizing. But it looks pretty darn good. How's everybody's coming along?
So far, so good.
Okay, excellent. Are you guys gonna be okay if I actually try it?
Go ahead.
Because so far the potato and cauliflower salad is really, really good. I can see myself making that and having it a couple times a week. Now I'm gonna try the chicken with a couple of sauteed onions.
I just said to Steve, ours is probably taking longer too, because we made a double batch.
That'll do it every single time. So I guess you guys need me to make a double batch next time.
Well, I just figured we'd have it for later in the week, and then where we could freeze it one or the other.
But I think you'll really end up liking this for for a quick dinner, because that literally only took half an hour. Maybe 35 minutes. So it doesn't take that long. It's pretty quick. And yeah, when you make the extra, then you've got it for lunch tomorrow. I don't know how it'll freeze. Potatoes typically don't freeze very well, so I wouldn't put any of it in the freezer, but you can put the chicken in the freezer.
I figured we'd have it later in the week.
Yeah. But I think you'll really enjoy this one once you get it together. And I'm actually going to try the chicken with the cauliflower and see how they blend together. Don't mind me while I eat. It is really good. How's everybody else's looking? Good, bad, indifferent? Are you almost there?
We're good.
Did you try it yet?
Yep.
And how was it? Oh, I see the
Good.
plate.
I'm already eating.
Yeah, how is it?
Good.
Let me see what it looks like. 'Cause I can see the plate.
I don't know if
What's
I
it
can get
look
on my
like?
iPad. I'm I'm trying to get used to this iPad.
Okay. But you're liking it?
I just got the iPad, so I'm trying to get used to it, guys. Sorry.
No problem. But how's the meal? Are you enjoying it?
Yep.
Awesome. All right, so in 2 weeks, we're making the polenta and grilled, well, we'll grill it however we grill it, but it's gonna be grilled pork and vegetables with corn polenta, okay? So enjoy your meal and let me know how it turns out. If you're watching this by video, post below how it turned out for you and if you have any questions. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you for joining me, Joanna Hodorowska, Nutrition in Motion, for Cooking Fun with Joanna, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Take care.